In this week's podcast, I want to talk to you about what my VIPs learned this week. Twice a year in the VIP Mastermind, and I run two groups, we do 2 days of virtual training. And my marketing director, John, and I chair those, and it's limited to a reasonably small group. This last Thursday and Friday, the VIP Mastermind attendees, there were 10 of them, so 10 in this group. And what we covered was getting to the heart of why. Why is super important in understanding why you want to do this, and to have it act as motivation during the times when things don't go as well as you'd want them to, and you are tempted, like many are, to quit. We talked about your company mission, developing a mission statement, how to use that in various ways in your business acquisition process, how to write a compelling letter. Most people write terribly today, and most people end up not having a compelling letter. They end up using a letter that they've seen or a template. Templates can be good, but templates can also be such that a lot of people use them, and so the recipient goes, oh, not another one of these. So we talked a lot about that. We actually wrote letters for each of we had them do a draft, and then John went through and edited those with some comments from me. So they walked away with a letter for reaching out to the step they're at with the business acquisition process. So we did that, writing a compelling letter. How to overcome overthinking. Yeah, I'm not ready to do this. I better wait. I better do some more research. We all tend to overthink. It's almost always, if not always, negative. Action is the key, and most of the time it's just a byproduct of fear and negative thinking. New ways to contact business owners, always something we should be looking at in terms of continuous improvement. Managing your business and establishing processes. Using ChatGPT for new angles of entry. Different ways to get the most out of ChatGPT, and then shortcut email domains so that you don't burn your main domain by becoming a labeled spammer. So what I think of it was good, but what's much more important is what the attendees thought of it. So I'm not going to cover all of the comments, but I'm going to cover 2 comments for you. These are attendees for, again, the VIP Mastermind we did this past Thursday and Friday. Bruce and John, I cannot thank you both enough for the content and work you put into the VIP Mastermind 2-day event. I did not know what to expect going in, and even questioned if the time commitment was going to be justified. Upon completion, I will tell you that it was absolutely worth every minute. In fact, I believe this was absolutely the most informative and empowering professional event that I have taken part of based on my 28 years in the corporate world. Business acquisition is a simple concept with just a few basic steps to follow. Emotionally, the journey can be mentally exhausting, as there are many highs and many lows along the pathway to success. As humans, we are naturally programmed to focus on the lows while adopting a negative mindset. This preset limits us with what we truly can achieve as frustration or fear builds up, leading many to quit before crossing the finish line. One of the many topics covered during this 2-day event focused on understanding how to weather the emotional challenges of the business acquisition process, including uncovering your absolute why, as it will serve as a beacon in dark times, understanding the many forms of overthinking or negative thoughts, identifying what category of negativity do we typically adopt, how to disprove those thoughts and then reformulate them into positive, developing a means to weed the garden when those negative thoughts start to pop up, and negative thoughts are indeed like weeds in a garden. After our thorough review of these topics during our session, I can tell you that I am better prepared to weather the storm and know that I have a very sound war chest to fend off any negative thoughts that try and pop up as weeds in my business acquisition garden. Thank you both so much, and to our success, Jason. Pretty thought out, pretty great feedback. and I hope that helps you. Let's go to the second one. Attending Bruce Whipple's 2-day VIP Mastermind virtual training was a transformative experience for me. The combination of Mr. Whipple's decades of experience and John Sanpetro's strategic insights created an incredibly powerful learning environment. The event was packed with actionable advice, real-world examples, and expert advice that left me feeling not just inspired, but fully equipped to take my business to the next level. What stood out most was a laser-focused approach to overcoming overthinking. Mr. Whipple and Mr. Sanpetro didn't just talk about concepts, they broke down the exact steps I needed to know to follow to achieve my objectives. I left the event with a clear, actionable plan and the confidence that I can make it happen. If you're serious about accelerating your success, I highly recommend Bruce Whipple's Mastermind training. Well, I appreciate both those comments, and I think both of them point to a couple of things, not the least of which is what I think is important to me, what the attendees think is much more important to me and more important to them. So it was, John and I talked about this after the event, it was the best mastermind 2-day training that we've done, and we've done a lot of them now over the last 7 years. And so I was glad to see that. What's going to be done now is how we continue to work in that mastermind to make sure what was taught gets implemented. There we go, implemented, and that the results of that work actually does lead to business acquisitions and then running the business. So I hope it's helpful to give you a better feel for what the VIP Mastermind is. If you're interested, go over to brucewhipple.com, go to the coaching, look up the VIP Mastermind, go through what it covers, and then if you're interested, send me an email, bruce@brucewhipple.com. But understand what the program is, understand what the cost is. You're going to see that it says sold out. Ignore that. I don't like to take someone's money before I'm sure that they're actually a fit for the VIP Mastermind. If you're wondering how to start, you can certainly go over to brucewhipple.com and grab the free course. If you just want to go there directly, brucewhipple.com/free course. And that's a series of conversation starters on how you can begin to get comfortable with having the discussions you're going to need to have. So I hope all that helps, and look forward to seeing you and getting your email if you are interested in joining the VIP Mastermind.